it isn't over in heaven again.
You're locked in with Atlanta's hottest hip-hop station. The Hype 87.3.
That's right. It is your girl, Tampa Mystic, and we are live right here in ATL on the Hype 87.3. And today, we got Macy checking in. What's going on? How you doing?
It's good, Tampa Mystic. How you doing?
It's good to see you.
Good to see you as well.
Thank you for being here. You came in here looking super duper fly.
Hey, man. You know, I try.
He put that ish on today, y'all. Most definitely. Born and raised in ATL.
Yep, Southside, yes.
Southside. We were briefly talking about that before we went live. What was it like growing up in Atlanta for you?
Very loud, I'll say, yeah. Just a lot of color, a lot of things. I kind of moved around a decent bit, mostly on the south side, like Union City, East Point, College Park.
Yeah.
But I spent some time like over on the east side for a couple years. Yeah, man, it's just a very vibrant place. Like I tell people too, like if they've seen the show Atlanta, it's basically like that. Like he got it really spot on. Like it's kind of weird, but it's really dope, like and cool at the same time.
Man, Atlanta's a great city. Yeah, like I told you, I've been coming here since the 90s. My first time coming to Atlanta was in 95 for Freaknik. And I knew back then I wanted to live here one day. I fell in love with the culture. People are so supportive. Yeah. It's beautiful out here. Always.
Yeah, you can't find a place like Atlanta, man.
Man, facts. No. And it's like, I feel like it's such a centrally located, because I can get back home to Florida real quickly, but I can drive a couple hours north of me in the mountains. And I love that.
Tennessee, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So you grew up in a separated household.
Oh, yeah.
And you're the youngest.
I am.
How did that shape you, like, on an emotional level, your upbringing?
Yeah, a lot of time, I spent a decent amount of time with myself, which I think allows a lot of introspection. Like, I don't think it's necessarily like a dark thing,
No, absolutely.
You get to just learn a lot about yourself and explore your own true, like, emotions as well, which I think is very important as a child, coming up. Because, you get into the real world, like, people are trying to mold you in their own ways for their own benefits. Like, it's important that you can stand on your own 10 early. And I think being able to, have a lot of time with myself, just kind of the way the house was, I think that was very beneficial for where I am today.
Absolutely. Sure. I couldn't agree more because I love my solitude.
Yeah.
I love being by myself.
Nice. And I love people too. Like, I'm not a loner, I don't think, but,
Exactly. Yeah. I'm far from a loner, but I love my alone time, if that makes sense.
Yes, indeed.
I feel like it's important. We need to protect our peace.
Indeed, for sure.
Some weirdos out here.
Oh, yeah. Plenty of them.
So you started with poetry.
Yes.
Then beat making, and then full songs. So let's go back to the poetry portion first. At what age did you start writing poetry?
So shout out, I'll go ahead and do a shout out Susan Barnes at the Ron Clark Academy. So when I was like 12, she started doing a little poetry unit with our class, exposing us just to how words can make pictures. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's really my first like foray into it, like learning about Langston Hughes, learning about Nikki Giovanni, like Gil Scott Heron, and she let us write our own poems as assignments at first. But I just kind of loved it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I loved it a lot.
I feel like it takes a lot of talent to even just put a poem together for it to flow and mesh and sound good. Did any of your poems ever spin off an idea for a song?
Well, I think naturally, yeah. I wasn't really thinking about songwriting when I first started, when I was like 12, 13 years old. But eventually I'm like, okay, I just love music too. That's really around the time when I started really getting into music as well. Just really listening to like No Name Gypsy, like she was out around that time, Chance the Rapper. So I'm like, okay, if I can take these poems, like put some melody behind it, maybe I think this could be something cool I could do.
No, that is dope. That is absolutely dope. And then of course beat making.
Yeah.
What made you decide to do that before songwriting?
Yeah, I'll give another shout out. Shout out my homie Jaden, J-Bo. He started making beats on like GarageBand. I'm like, this is cool. I kind of want to learn how to do this. So I just kind of, he taught me how to do that, putting loops together on GarageBand. I'm kind of a contrarian sometimes. I'm like, all right, how can I make beats without the loops? I want to create my own stuff from scratch. First beats was terrible. I'm talking about hogwash trash. But, with that practice, I still loved it though. I loved how you could, first it was telling words telling stories with the words, and then it was telling stories with the music. That's really where I started falling in love with beat making and just falling in love with it more and making more beats.
I love it because it's slick, kind of like a challenge.
Yeah, it is.
It's a challenge, and I feel like anything that can stimulate our brain, we should absolutely go for and do it because an idle mind is the devil's playground. We gotta, we gotta find things that stimulate our brain, and I love learning new things. And I'm more of a hands-on kind of learner. Or are you typically that way as
Very
well?
much so, yeah. I probably won't learn if I can't put my hands on it and like get involved with it.
Right. Reading a book and I'm like, I start going cross-eyed. I'm like, let me just do it. Like if I get something new, I'll skip over the manual and just get in there and do it. Now, if I absolutely can't figure it out, I might go watch a YouTube video or something.
Oh yeah.
Definitely. So are you producing all genres of music?
For the most part, yeah. I haven't made a country song.
Okay. that could be a challenge for you.
Yeah, maybe. You never know. You never know.
Absolutely.
But yeah, mostly I came from, making hip hop beats, boom bap type stuff. That's kind of what I was listening to.
Yeah.
Kind of an old soul. But yeah, I realized I really like singing.
Yeah.
So I tried to dabble more into the R&B bag. And that's kind of where I mostly make my beats. But I love electronic music. I love dance music. For on the floor is always dope. But yeah, that's usually where I make my beats in. Yeah.
Who's an artist that you've really been inspired by? Let's pay homage to them.
For sure. So I'll say SOS Band.
Oh wow.
From Atlanta too.
Yeah.
In the 70s, like really smooth, just like beautiful soundscapes, like just stuff you chill like they call it yacht rock. That era at least. This is yacht R&B, like the equivalent of that to me, where you can just relax. It's easy listening. It's smooth. That's the stuff I grew up listening to. But more recently, definitely like Pharrell, Tyler the Creator, Pierre Bourne for sure as well. Just those kind of like beats that as soon as you hear it, like perch your ear up. It's a lot of ear candy, like just smooth stuff. That's what I'm into.
That is really dope. I love that it's well rounded. Most definitely. So y'all heard it right here. He gonna producing a country song soon.
Hey, maybe Boozy might have some comp.
Do you think that most artists are actually making music to like heal people, like you say, or do you feel like they're just doing it to kind of hopefully go viral and chase the trends?
Me personally, I think with social media, I think that alone has changed so much where it's so immediate. Like you can put whatever up. It doesn't matter how long you've been making it. Like you can immediately get those clicks and that attention and that engagement. Where I think that has maybe changed some people's motives, but I think music just as a medium itself, no matter what genre it is, no matter what vibe or tempo it is, like it's gonna take you out of wherever you are and put you in a totally different place. I think that's just the inherent thing with music, and that's really why I love it as well. Like part of why I got into making music is because I remember hearing those songs where it's like, damn, like they're talking about me. So I want to make that for somebody else. I think that's always been really dope. But
it's like a mental therapy.
Yeah, it really is. It
truly is, and we all need an outlet.
Indeed.
Because we live in a crazy world. Like I get stressed out just driving here because the way people drive.
Traffic, man. It's Atlanta, Georgia. It's people on the road all the time.
It's insane. Like when I left here on Saturday, I usually can get home in 25, 27 minutes. It took me almost an hour.
I believe it.
And I didn't see no accidents. I'm like, what is going on?
Everybody on the road at once. It's what it is.
Just keeping it all the way real. That's what stops me from doing a lot of things. It's because I don't want to get in that traffic. Because I feel like by the time I get to where I'm going, I'm going to be stressed out.
That's facts.
I'm just going to stay home. I'm like, y'all can have that. So you left Howard University in 2022 to fully pursue music.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm here for it. I'm not discouraging people from going to college or whatever, but
me either. Stay in school, kids.
Stay in school, kids. But I feel like when you know, you are truly walking in your purpose with music. Was there a moment in time that made you decide to pivot?
I can't pinpoint one specific time, no. But like you said, just when you know.
Yeah.
I was just in school, like, I don't know if I really want to be a student. Like, I feel like whatever I want to pursue in life, I won't need a degree for. I won't need all that debt for.
Period.
Yeah, so I just was like, let me take my chances on the road. School will always be there. Yeah, that's kind of where I was in my head when I made that decision.
Listen, I'm a college dropout, and I talk about it all the time. Like I said, I don't encourage people to do it, but my story was slightly different. I had my son at 19 years old, so I was trying to work, go to school, take care of my son. So I had
Superwoman, for sure.
Yeah, I had to eliminate one of them. I'm like, well, I can't eliminate my son, obviously, and I can't eliminate my job, so college got to go to the back. But I never went back. But I'm a business owner now, and I'm happy. I'm stable financially. I'm good. So you will absolutely thrive in this because you're doing what you love.
Indeed.
And you're a good person. I could tell you have a good heart and good energy.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, that goes a long way in this business. So your sound blends influences like Outkast. Of course, you know, we got to pay homage to Outkast. You from Atlanta. Frank Ocean, Playboi Carti. How do you draw inspiration from these guys but still making your sound true to you?
Yeah, like I said earlier, I'm a bit of a contrarian just naturally. Like whatever everyone else is doing as a kid, I'm like, I kind of want to do something else. Like, so just naturally, like I'll take. They say you got to know the rules to break them.
Yeah.
So I study. You know, I listen to their music. I'm like, okay, this is what was dope. This is what I like. How can I flip this in a way where I'm like, okay, I ain't never heard nothing like this before.
Right.
Or even take stuff that I've never heard before, like just kind of go from scratch, like not using a reference track. Just like, all right, let me put these weird drums together, these weird sounds. Okay, this is something new. Let's see if I can find a melody with this. That's kind of how I can find my originality while still, you know, paying homage in my own ways. Yeah.
I feel like that's what's so dope about being a creator of music because you can make your own rules.
Yeah.
Yeah, they say that there's, you know, rules to this, that, and the third, but rules are made to be broken, as they say. And I feel like you can flip things up, change things up. If you want to only make a song that's a minute and a hook and a verse, that's your prerogative. So be it. I love that for you. I love that you're not boxing yourself into the norm or the standard.
No, you can't. I don't think you can. Like, especially if you want to do it for a long time. Like, if you box yourself in, like, people are already gonna put you in a box. Just already. Like, if you're gonna box yourself in, you that's a double whammy.
100%. So I noticed your name has a period behind it.
Yes.
And in fact, Patrick hit me back last night. He's
shout
like,
out Pat. Shout out to Pat.
Yeah, he's like, he goes, he when he sent it, he didn't put the period behind it. And I said, no big deal. And then you have an EP called Red with the period behind it.
Yeah.
What does the period symbolize?
Yeah. Okay. So I really wish there was some elaborate, like, oh, the period, like period poo. Like no, it's
period
really
poo.
It's none of that. So there was another artist I think named Macy, and I was just putting it the standard capital M.
Got
like,
you.
And when I uploaded my stuff like way back in like 2020, like it ended up going on his page. I'm like, I gotta find a way to stylize this a little differently. So I just went all caps when you spell the man name and the period at the end because I'm here to make statements. You know
no, that's a great way. That's a great way to look at it. You making a statement.
There you go.
Period.
There you go. Period.
Period. Point blank. So the EP Red, how long was that in the works?
So I started like making the beats for it, and usually how I work, like I'll just have the beats and the music first, and maybe I'll write some songs too, and then I'm like, okay, some of these could work for a project. So I'm 17, 18, making some of these songs, making some of the music for it. I started actually like making beats and recording myself. In high school, I went to a boarding school in Tennessee.
Oh, wow.
Shout out Macaulay. Yeah, that's really where I started. So some of those beats came from there. Some of those beats came in my Howard dorm room. Yeah, and then once I left school, I was like, all right, I need something that's really gonna hit. You know what I'm saying? And all of those beats just really hit for me. All of those songs, they just so smooth to me. Like, yeah, and there's some real emotion in too. You know. Yeah,
I love that.
Yeah. I hope I answered that question.
That was perfect. And the EP itself, along with a song called "Hypnotized," they what really helped you build an audience that you have now.
Yeah, yes, indeed. "Hypnotized" really is the song that did it. Shout out Gender Music on Instagram and TikTok. He's the one that shouted that song out. Showed it to all those millions of people that are still tuning into it today. So I'm really grateful and thankful for that. And yeah, that really definitely changed the trajectory of everything. So yeah.
And so I know your name is in all caps. Red, the EP's in all lowercase.
Yes, yeah.
I like how you flipped the script on that. But let me ask you, when you uploaded it to the digital platforms, did they allow you to upload it with just lowercase letters?
So Apple Music is weird.
Yeah, that's why I asked.
But they changed it now. Where,
okay.
However you upload it is the way it's uploaded now.
Oh, that's good.
They
okay.
just caught on to it.
Got you.
No, at first, yeah, I was getting a little notification on DistroKid like, hey, some people aren't gonna let you do this, and I'm like, oh well.
Right, because I noticed that back in the day, it seemed like only like huge artists were able to do that. I think maybe Travis Scott had lower everything was in lower cap, but I'm like, he probably knew the right people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Travis Scott.
Yeah, he's Travis Scott. So you talk about creating immersive textured music. For people who may not understand what that means, break it down.
Yeah, really just ear candy. Like those things, those songs that you hear where as soon as you hear it, like within the first 5 seconds, it just immediately captivates you with, whether that's just the chord progression or the chord itself, the sound selection. Sound selection is a big thing for me because even if you use some really basic chords, if you have the right sound that just sounds like really ethereal, really out there, like it'll immediately draw you in. That's what I flock to when I'm making my beats.
Absolutely. So when you do you create like from your heart or where you're at, or do you ever keep other people in mind? Like, I wonder if other people are going to like this, or that doesn't matter to you?
I probably would be lying if I said I never thought about what someone else is going to think about this. But you know, I really work hard to not work from that space.
Yeah.
Because again, you'll hit a wall like trying to figure out what somebody else is going to like, because you can't be in nobody else's head.
We cannot please everybody.
Not at all.
Nor should we try to.
Right. You can't be for everybody. You know.
No.
Be for nobody.
Period. I've come to the realization in my life that like we can't please everybody. And I don't care if people like me or not. I used to be a people pleaser. I wanted people to love what I got going on and love me. Now I'm like, if you don't like me, that's your business. Yeah. I don't care. That's a you problem.
It's your prerogative.
Right, it's your prerogative. For real, for real. So what does the creative process look like from when you have the idea to when the song is finished? Are you physically sitting down writing? Are you putting it on your phone? What does that look like?
Definitely, I use voice memos a lot.
Okay.
Just for like rough melody ideas.
Yeah.
I'm quick to pull the phone out and hum some stuff, you know, into the phone. But really too, I can be working on a song for months at a time where I just have that little voice memo, have the beat, and then just a lyric just pops in my head like a month later. I'm like, oh yeah, this is where I need to go. But sometimes I'll have a beat and I'll just immediately know like, okay, I like this. I like how this flows. Record it, you know, and there's a song.
Got you. So it varies.
It definitely does. I'm pretty scatterbrained a lot of times. If I'm being honest.
Listen, I am too. I slick. I've never been diagnosed with ADHD, but I sometimes feel like I'm borderline because I'll be in the middle of doing this, and then I'll think about this that I need to do. I'll stop this to go do that rather than finish. I'm just like,
me too,
all over the place. I'm like, because if I don't, then I'm over here worried about this ain't gonna get done. I'm like, well, what about what you're already working on? So I'm not alone.
Not at all. Not at all. I'm sure there's people out there that can relate to that.
No, that is a fact. Absolutely. So as a producer, a songwriter, an artist, which role do you feel the most connected to right now?
Ooh, I'd probably say songwriting, especially with the songs that, the song I did just put out, which I think we'll check out later as well. And the songs that I do have coming, songwriting is really what I've been focusing on, because I really want these songs to resonate with folks. I think it's a lot going on in life right now.
Yeah.
A lot tugging at everybody from every way. It's like, man, like
life be lifing.
Right, indeed, as they say. So yeah, you know, in my song that I think we're gonna hear later, I See a Way, I say I can't stand it. Like that's really just how it feels right now, I think, for a lot of folks. So I definitely want my songwriting that's for these songs that are coming to really resonate with folks on that tip, for sure.
Absolutely. Now, out of those three, which one challenges you the most?
I'd probably say production, because again, like you said, like you don't want it to sound like everything else that you hear on the radio or just on Spotify. It's however many millions of songs uploaded a day. So I think it really does come down to that production to really stand out, because it's plenty of talented vocalists. I don't think I'm the greatest vocalist, but it's you know, it's just I think it comes down to how you can stand out in your own ways, and production is a key to that, I think, for sure.
So I want to ask you this question coming from an artist standpoint, because you've been doing this for a little while. Like, I know some great, beautiful, phenomenal artists, but they're not up and through there like some of these other ones. What do you feel like is keeping or holding artists back from like hitting the Billboard charts? Do you feel like it's lack of funding? Do you think it's lack of support? They got the talent. What do you feel like holds people back?
I think it could be a mix of all of that, really. Definitely funding. You know, I think a lot of stuff, unfortunately, is kind of pay to play. Just kind of the way it is now. Even on social media, like, because I could even say, well, are they posting a lot? Like, I'm even seeing now you got to pay on TikTok to really go viral now. So,
that's a fact.
Yeah, it's a lot of factors, and honestly, some people just get lucky. Some people just really, you know, are prepared for the moment. It just really varies, you know. I can't even fully explain what it is. It's just God, I think. You know? I don't know.
But you're right though, because like when these artists hit these billboards or even get awards, trust and believe there was a lot of money spent to get to that level.
Yeah. A lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of people. I think a lot of it too is connections, like who you know.
Man, that's a big major.
Putting yourself out there to be known, to be seen. It's a lot of factors that can go into that.
Going back to speaking about college, we both dropped out. You know what I'm saying? This is my twin right here. I remember my first day in college orientation. Yeah. The guy said, in life, it's not about what you know, it's who you know. I said, well, why am I sitting here then if it's not about what I know?
Right.
Why am I sitting here? Let me go out and go meet some people.
Right.
And I realized, especially in this business, building solid relationships will put you in places that money cannot.
Oh, yes.
Period.
I'm learning that now, for sure. Mm-hmm.
You got to keep your face card good. Stop burning bridges out here. Mm-hmm. So your message really centers around like unconditional love, unity, freedom. I love all those topics. How do you keep that message authentic in an industry where people are chasing these viral moments and some people are chasing shoot 'em up, bang bang music and degrading women?
Right. Like we talked about earlier, you know, you just can't really think too much about what other people think about you.
Yeah.
Think about fitting in too much. Like I'd prefer to not fit if I'm being true to myself.
Yeah.
Like, I think me having that understanding is what keeps it, you know, the way it is, where I'm able to talk about love in my music and from a true place, not from a, you know, not where love is a transaction, where it's a truly genuine, just like resonance with somebody else.
Yeah.
Because everything is just really transactional, you know, and just the way society is right now.
Right. Everybody wants something in return.
Yeah, everybody wants something from somebody, you know.
It's like, why can't you just do it just because you want to be kind and do something for somebody?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
But I love that you're spreading those messages through your music because, you know, I feel like now we have a lot of what I refer to as low vibrational music. Mm-hmm. It's just not feel good music.
Chicken Alfredo music on the on the TikTok. That's what they say.
That's a great way to explain it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, there's a lot of that Chicken Alfredo music out there, and I'm just like, and I don't shade nobody. Mm-hmm. If that's what works for you, that's great. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But where's the substance at?
Yeah, like I said, you know, you make what you make. I like some of the Chicken Alfredo music.
I do too.
I like Chicken Alfredo. It tastes great.
No, me too. If you know what you're doing.
If you make it right, yeah.
If you make it right.
Mess up some Chicken Alfredo now.
You know what, I'm going to tell you real quickly, speaking of chicken, a big challenge that I did years back, I was vegan for like 7 years.
Okay.
So I found all the alternatives, and I learned how to make Alfredo sauce out of cashews. And it was banging.
How do you do that?
So you take the cashews. Is that how
they make like almond milk? They like press it or something? Or?
You have to soak the cashews in water like overnight to get them mushy, and then you blend it up and you add your seasoning. And when I tell you, it tastes like a banging ass Alfredo sauce, and it's a lot healthier version.
Okay. I'll probably just have to take your word on that.
It was so good. Yeah, he said, I'm going to take your word on that. But it was so good.
Okay.
It was really, it was just different, you know? Mm-hmm. Definitely. So what are some of the things you're doing right now? You're here with me today, and I'm grateful. Thank you for being here.
Of course, thank you.
Of course. What are some things you're doing right now to really push your brand and your face and your music out there?
Yeah, well, really what I've been doing, I haven't really made too much content, like in my, I guess I can say career. I guess it's long enough now I can say career.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think what I'm doing right now is I have this EP coming out. I'm really making sure that I'm putting myself out there every single day. I've been doing it every day. I'm gonna just put a song on Instagram Reels and TikTok until I have my EP out. I think I'm on day 20 today.
Oh, okay, dope.
But I've been doing that. I've been, you know, we've been looking to get performances and shows booked, interviews like this as well. So yeah, we have a lot of motion going, you know, to make sure that people know the name. You know.
Listen, it's a lot of work. It's slick like a full-time job being an artist.
Yeah.
So anybody out there think they don't work hard, you're constantly having to think about your next move.
Indeed.
Have you done the New Music Monday yet with Coalition DJs?
I don't think so, no.
That might be a good platform to tap into. In fact, my first guest who was here today, she's from Memphis. She's going tonight. It's every Monday at Stankonia Studios.
Okay.
Which might be a good experience because I know you said you draw some inspiration from Outkast.
Indeed.
Stankonia Studios, every Monday, artists can perform. And even if you don't, there's a lot of DJs and industry people.
And it's open entry?
So, we'll say that again.
Is it open entry? I can just walk in.
No, I think you have to. Well, I think if you want to perform, you got to register ahead of time. But if you want to just go and like feel the vibe out, you could probably just show up.
Word. I'll definitely do that.
Yeah, so definitely check that out. You know, because they always have a lot of big artists have blessed their stage over the years. You know what I'm saying?
I can imagine it's Stankonia.
Stankonia, exactly. So definitely go check that out. You know, so the Coalition DJs do that.
Okay, bet.
100%. So do you have any recent music videos out that we need to go check out?
Recent music videos, yes. I did just put out a video for my song called All My Roses. Really worked hard on that. Shout out my boy Sheldon, Levy. Really locked in on that. I think it's a nice little short film that encapsulates the vibe of the song really well. So yeah, definitely go check that out. There's another little snippet in that video too for my song that I just put out too called "I'll Be in Your Neighborhood."
Okay.
So yeah, that's what I got.
So I like that you said that it's like a short film. It's kind of cinematic.
Yes.
Speaking on that, does film interest you at all? Getting into acting and stuff?
So funny enough, so when I was applying to Howard, I applied to get in the acting program. I didn't get in. I didn't have a major my first semester, but I ended up my second semester declaring film actually as my major. So film still is a real interest of mine.
Yeah.
Something that I will surely dab into later in life. So yeah, it is definitely something I'm interested in.
I love that. I like. To me, I'm very intrigued by that as well. Like my latest venture is I want to learn more in depth about photography because I love like nature type photos, but I like portraits of people and stuff because I feel like that's something that's never going to go away. We got AI doing certain things, but there's nothing like having that human element behind the camera to film. So have you had any acting roles as of yet?
I've done like some extra work.
Yeah, that's a good place to start.
That movie Boosie did, Water Boys. I think I'm like in the background of that. I haven't seen it yet, but I think I'm in the background of that. I think so. That's funny.
I actually had an appearance in the Hotlanta movie, which was really dope because I'm not from here.
Okay.
And the guys who filmed it, shout out to 217. They came to one of my artist showcases because they needed a performance scene in the movie, so they came to my event and filmed it out there, and I thought that was really dope. So
217 on the track.
217 on the track. Yeah, exactly. That's my homie, man. Shout out to 217.
Yeah,
so with everything that you've done, because you've done a lot, and you're still young, you've accomplished a lot. What is your proudest accomplishment so far?
Proudest accomplishment? I think really just making the decision to I'm gonna start putting out music because really you just never know like where anything you do in life can take you. You know. You never know how many people you can reach. Like, there's a thing I like to say, like, somebody loves that weird thing that you do.
Of course.
So I think it's just really dope that I was like, okay, I'll put out the music. I could have kept it, I could have hogged it, and just been 6 years of wondering, like, what could have been, you know? So I'm glad that I made that step, you know, and I'm still pursuing it, I'm still doing it. You know, even with the bumps in the road that just come with life, you know, I'm still here and I'm still doing it.
That is such a valid point because something that I've said often is that no matter what you do, there's an audience for it.
Indeed, yes. Somebody's
going to love it. Because one of my guilty pleasures is I like watching mukbangers, the people who eat. Yeah, because I'm like, I learn about some new dishes and new restaurants through them, and you know, sometimes I'm like, I'm not
entertaining stuff. And I used to watch the Food Channel. Like,
me too.
I'm into that.
Yes, like Guys Grocery Games. I love that one. The all the cooking shows.
Man versus Food. Like,
yes. Yeah. I love that kind of stuff. So it's like at the end of the day, do what makes you happy because there will be people who are going to love it and support it. Some might think it's weird and that's okay. I like being weird. Like you said, we ain't trying to fit in.
Yeah, man.
We standing out. Big difference. So architecture, that's another interest for you?
A little bit. I just like how pretty buildings look. Like there's a YouTube channel called The Local Project. I watch them probably every day.
Oh, like, that's hard. I have to check it out.
They're just touring like really beautiful houses. Like, you know, they just look really nice. Like things that you never think would be in a house. Like the landscaping around it. How a backyard can look like that. Like it's just kind of crazy to me. Like people having homes that blend nature and living space. It's just really interesting to me. Like,
I love that too.
It's just like a fully round, like, you know. I mean, my dad was he was an architecture major too, so maybe it's just in my blood.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've just always been interested by buildings, you know.
That is really dope because it's another form of art.
It is. It is art. Yeah, it definitely is art.
You know, somebody had to come up with the blueprint for that design to make that the way the house is or the building is. And like I said, I like nature type stuff, like photos, but stuff like that, going downtown and getting pictures of the buildings and stuff. I love that kind of stuff. It's super dope.
For sure. I think there's a cool parallel with architecture and music too, because with making a song, you're thinking of, okay, how does somebody fit into this song? Like,
right.
And same with the house. It's like, all right, how could somebody move through this house? Like, is this a nice natural flow? You know, I think same with storytelling, writing the script. Like it's kind of all the same. I think.
Could not agree more. Yeah. It all ties in together, and same thing with film, because it takes a creative mind. So I know that, acting itself, but what about getting behind the lens, actually like directing film? Would that interest you at all?
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like you got a super creative mind. That's why I asked.
When I was in school for film, for the semester I was, that's kind of where I wanted to be, was more like a, even though I like acting too. I do want to write my own scripts. Eventually I will make my own show and movie one day. I'm really into comedy, so that's really kind of where I want to write, at least, and direct. I can see myself in some more serious dramatic roles. But,
are you funny?
I like to think so. I was the corny joke cracker as a kid. Still now.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna tell you a joke, but
I won't put you on the spot.
Please don't, because then I won't have a career.
They'll be like, hold on a second.
Show me out of every Hollywood studio they can find.
No, because something I say a lot is we have to be careful what we go viral for.
Oh, yeah.
Because you're over here pushing your music, and if you tell that one crazy joke and you go viral for that, people gonna want that from you all the time. So be mindful of what y'all go viral for. Definitely. So we're going to check out your song and listen to it.
Sure.
Tell us a little bit about it. It's called I See a Way.
Yes. So I See a Way. Again, like I said, I want my songwriting for, at least this next EP to really just immerse you into a feel of, all right, it's a lot of stuff going on in life. This is just kind of the way life is, but there's always a way through it. And that's really what this song represents. Being able to be down through it all and still find that light at the end of the tunnel and make your way through it. I produce this beat. Shout out my boy Devin22. He's on it as well. Yeah, man.
Is he local, Devin22?
He went to Morehouse.
Okay.
He's from Maryland though.
Oh, okay, dope.
So yeah, he's staying down here. We've been cooking up for sure.
I love it. This is a great record.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Most definitely. You're very welcome. Who do you want to give thanks to that's been supporting you through your journey?
Oh man, I have too many people to thank. Shout out my mama. Shout out my pops. Shout out my family, my sisters, my brothers. Shout out Mr. Adams for paying for the FL Studio full version. I was still having to save and export everything like when I made it, because I couldn't save the project and come back to it later. So shout out to him for that. Yeah, man. Shout out Dre. Shout out Pat. Shout out Eminent. Shout out all my boys over there. Yeah, man. Shout out life. Shout out God. Shout out everything. Shout out Tampa Mystic.
Hey, I appreciate it. This is my new homie right here. We locked in. Shout out to you too for being here today. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Tell everybody where they can follow you.
You can follow me on Instagram, TikTok, at 3 Free Macy. That's at the number 3 Free MASY Macy. On YouTube, it's just Macy MASY in all caps with a period at the end, and that's my same name for all the streaming services where you listen to it: Amazon, Apple Music, Spotify. MASY with a period at the end, because I'm here to make statements.
Period, Pooh.
Amen.
So let's go ahead and get into the song and check it out, if you can introduce it for us.
Sure. This is Macy featuring Devin22. I See a Way.
Alrighty, y'all stay tuned for it.
Come and see what all the hype is about. Tune in to The Hype 87.3.
It isn't over.